Hey everyone, Shun here with another video, this time with my pick of the anime series of why I think everyone should be watching if you aren't already for this season of Spring 2018. This will be my personal selected series, so you don't necessarily have to agree with it. To start off, we have Golden Kamuy. Golden Kamuy is a rather serious series centered around a man named Sugimoto, who has survived the Russo-Japanese War in Hokkaido, and has earned himself the nickname Sugimoto the Immortal. Now with a meager existence after the war, he now seeks a hidden fortune of Ainu gold to save a widowed wife of his own deceased comrade. He partners with an Ainu girl named Ashiripa, as he faces many enemies also seeking a fortune for themselves. For those of you not well versed in your Japanese history, the Ainu were the indigenous people of Japan and Russia that lived around Hokkaido. Compared to the other series for this season, this series is a bit refreshing as it offers a serious action adventure of aspects of history. I'm expecting a good amount of bloodshed and mature content as just from what is out so far, so there will be much violence to be expected. Hinamatsuri, it is actually a complete opposite of Golden Kamuy in terms of genre, but offers a similar level of enjoyment that I myself am expecting. It's basically about a member of the Yakuza named Nita, who one day for reasons unknown has a young girl named Hina delivered to him in a box. Hina is a girl with immense supernatural powers, and he ends up having to take care of her. On top of that, if she does not use her powers constantly, she will go berserk. A rather carefree show of elements of magic and randomness that is surely going to be a fun watch. Steins Gate 0, an alternate ending to Steins Gate that leads with the eccentric mad scientist Okabe struggling to recover from a failed attempt at rescuing Kurisu. He eventually gets pulled back into the past by meeting an acquaintance of Kurisu who got him to experience a simulation of her. A nice alternative take on the original series that'll bring back the same sentiments. Mostly we haven't gotten a full Steins Gate series since 7 years ago, so seeing these characters again will be somewhat nostalgic. Tada-kun wa kore Oceania, or roughly translated as Tada does not fall in love. In the story, Mitsuyoshi Tada, a boy who has never known love, is taking pictures of the cherry blossoms in full bloom when he meets Teresa Wagner, a transfer student from Luxembourg. Their encounter would lead to something that would be considered a romance. Sounds like a very interesting romantic story with a setting of studying abroad as the main undertone. As someone who has studied abroad in another country for a whole year, I quite like series about studying abroad as both in fiction and in real life, there's always an adventure in doing it. That is why I've always liked it when these kinds of series include foreigners that aren't from Japan, like Kinyoro Mosaic or Blend S. It adds a sort of exotic enjoyment to them, if you know what I mean. High School DD Hero is the 4th season of High School DD. It took a while since High School DD Born from 2015, but we're finally getting a new season, which will be the equivalent of the 9th and 10th volume of the light novel. The series will start out with the second years going to Kyoto, where new enemies will be encountered and a crisis that Issei will have to pull through. Additionally, a school youth tournament will be held that will test Issei's powers. It should be noted that this series will be animated by a different studio as opposed to the usual studio TNK. High School DD Hero will be animated instead by Passionia, which I think have a more cute and more type of style. And if you don't know their other works, they are the same studio that animated the recent anime Citrus. Otaku ni kore wa muzakashi, or roughly translated as Love is Hard for an Otaku, is about Otaka and Fujoshi, who meet each other at the same company for the first time since middle school. After some post-work drinking session, they begin dating. A romantic comedy that seems pretty lighthearted and carefree, and probably a series that won't progress too far, but it has a pretty amusing setting as I feel not too many series are set in a work environment. Shokugeki no Soma San no Sada, Totsuki Reshahan, or Totsuki Train Arc, is the second part of the 3rd season of Shokugeki no Soma, or as you might know it, Food Wars. The Moon Festival is Totsuki Academy's annual gourmet special event, where students compete against each other to earn the most profit through selling their cuisine of choice. In this arc, Soma will take this opportunity to challenge the Elite 10. I'm really looking forward to this new part, seeing as how the ending at the first played out, when you-know-who finds out about you-know-what. Best scene from the first part really, and just so looking forward to seeing more of what will happen between them. Honestly, one of the main reasons I'm watching this series. Tokyo Ghoul RE. The new Tokyo Ghoul anime series everyone has been banging for will follow up on Tokyo Ghoul Route A, a new story with new mysteries, but if you have a little bit of common sense, you already know who one of the new characters is already. Honestly, I don't have extremely high hopes for this series, but it is very nice to have more Tokyo Ghoul to watch. The pacing is not too fast, and at this point you're just trying to get comfortable with the new characters, while slowly trying to piece back the older ones into the story. For a dark psychological series, this season particularly has some lighthearted moments that give me mixed feelings regarding the tone of the series, and we all know those moments definitely aren't going to last too long. Sword Art Online Alternative, Gungo Online, a new alternate setting to the original Sword Art Online series taking place in the same game as Sword Art Online 2. It mainly follows a girl named Karen Kohiromaki, who is an extremely tall college student in real life but plays as a short little girl in Gungo Online named Ren. She befriends a girl named Pitoria and plays squad battles together. Honestly, I am unexpectedly looking forward to this series for some reason. Probably because I played the game Fatal Bullet, but this is definitely one of the most anticipated series this season, as it is even #1 in Japan. Boku no Hero Academia, or My Hero Academia Season 3. No surprise here that this will be near the top of the list. Following from the second, this season will cover the forest school trip arc. The series' tremendous success makes it one of the most, if not the most anticipated series for this whole season, and people just can't get enough of it. Most likely we'll be seeing Deku and friends again working together to fight off evil as he learns to further harness his powers. Watching these heroes grow not just in power but in their relationship towards one another is just really inspiring to watch, and so should deservingly get the attention it has gotten. Persona 5, the animation. Just being in this video may be my own personal bias, but hey, it's my own video, so take what you want from it. But having finished the game, I just found myself still enjoying the anime adaptation series, despite some of its flaws. Mostly because it is something new and refreshing and not a recurring series. The other series are great and all, but I always thought the best series in a season were the new ones. But having played through the entire Persona 5 game really made me put high expectations on this anime adaptation, as the game was just a masterpiece. Fun fact, in the game, as the main character, you don't really have a name, you're just called the protagonist, but when you start the game, you can name yourself to whatever you want. An official name that was given was Akira Kirusu, but in the anime specifically, they changed it to Ren Amamiya. Now, I myself don't really agree with the change, and I think that the official name should have been just settled on Akira, but that's just the problem with these silent protagonist types in JRPGs. In addition, there were some complaints for the anime that the animation is a little low quality and somewhat done poorly at certain parts, and the pacing of the anime series might be a little weird compared to the game.
これが俺のペルソナ。こいつはいい。こいつもだと。これが俺のペルソナ。こいつはいい。この力がありゃ借りが返せる。ほんと待たしちまったな。行くぜ。なめるのかけ。
But here's hoping they improve that over time like Dragon Ball Super. Anyways, besides that, I'm personally really looking forward to seeing once again the adventures of the Kaito-dan or the Phantom-Ds in anime form, which makes this series one of my most favorites from this season. This concludes my top 10 anime of spring 2018. As always, what are your thoughts for this season so far? Were there any not on this top 10 that you thought deserved to be on it? Leave a comment below, I always love hearing them. And also be sure to subscribe for more videos like these if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you shortly.